Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I'm so glad you're here, you guys. I just wanted to give you a little something to wish you a very happy Easter. You guys are the best. You truly are, and I'm just sending each of you a hug right now and wishing you all the things. A happy spring, happy Easter, happy day. And I wanted to fill it with warmth and sunshine and all things that are lovely, right? Um, I wanted to change things up a little bit today, and as it is Easter, I wanted to share a couple of my favorite. I'm just feeling so strongly and sentimental toward Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Her Majesty the late Queen, and I thought, I'll put together this video wishing you all a happy Easter. I recorded for Patreon some things I learned about how the royals celebrate Easter, so I've included that. I have put together some of my favorite Catherine moments, some of my favorite Catherine fashions, things like that. So I thought we could just enjoy, celebrate the day, and have some smiles. Thank you all so much for being here. Honk honk, everyone. Hey guys, welcome back to Patreon. I am so glad you're here. You guys, I thought let's take a look at some beautiful photos of the royal family celebrating Easter throughout the years. And I pulled this interesting article about different traditions. Some of them I didn't know about, how the royal family spends Easter. But before we get into all that, I do want to say happy Easter, everybody. I hope that your day is surrounded with love and family and treats and however you choose to celebrate it, pets, whatever it is. I hope you have the best day. I really do. I hope it's beautiful weather. I hope it's a beautiful day. And I hope, I don't know, I just hope you can have some fun and find reasons to smile today. I'm thinking of each of you and again wishing you all a very happy Easter and nothing but the best. Okay. So I looked into traditions in the royal family. Of course, a lot has to do with church, it sounds like. They typically like to go to St. George's at Windsor. It's one of my favorite places in the whole world. I told Jay if we somehow came to an insane amount of money or won the lottery, I would love to live in Windsor. I love St. George's. It's just like the most beautiful place in the world there. But anyway, so when looking into these just Easter traditions, I found out about, I might be pronouncing it wrong, Maundy Thursday. Do you know? I'm sure you guys from the UK might probably know about this, and even the Commonwealth, but I did not know about this. So on the Thursday before Easter, the monarch typically hands out special coins called Maundy money to people who have done good work in their churches and communities. The number of recipients each year is based on the monarch's age. So they point to King Charles. When he was 74, he ended up giving it out to 74 men and 74 women. It's a ritual based on centuries-old tradition. When Queen Elizabeth adapted it early on in her reign, no, not okay. Let me try that again. Queen Elizabeth adapted it early on in her reign, and she ended up passing that along to Charles. He's continued in this tradition. He actually took over when she was having mobility issues toward the end there. So recipients of this Maundy money are given 2 small leather pouches, one red and one white, by the king. I didn't know this. The first one contains a small amount of ordinary coinage, which symbolizes the sovereign's gift for food and clothing. Explains the royal family website. The second purse contains Maundy coins up to the value of the sovereign's age. The coins are legal tender, but recipients normally prefer to retain them as a keepsake. So, let's see here. So on Easter Sunday, much like Christmas Day, many royal families gather together to celebrate. They travel to Windsor. They spend the holiday with the Queen. That was, of course, when the Queen was here. And attend church at St. George's Chapel as a group on Sunday morning. Photos of the royal walking to the service are often published by the press. That's where a lot of these photos actually came from. According to Tadler, if you can believe it, after church, the royals typically enjoy a lunch of roast lamb back at the castle. I love Windsor Castle. Oh, how do I get invited to this? Then there were questions about a royal egg hunt. The British royal family does not host an egg hunt for the public, but in years past, several royal palaces have put on Easter festivities, which sometimes does include the egg hunt. Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, have suggested in the past that their children enjoy a private egg hunt on Easter Sunday. Interview on television in 2016, it was Catherine, Princess of Wales, said that the late Queen would always leave a little gift or something for the children in their rooms when they'd go and stay. I love that. Little gifts for the great-grandchildren. So no doubt that she'd be on board with treating them to a chocolate egg or two. In 2020, the royal family kind of opened up about it and said there's been a long-running royal precedent, such as Queen Victoria enjoying hunting for painted eggs as a child. Princess Victoria of Kent wrote a letter in 1833 about her mother doing these, quote, pretty painted and ornamented eggs, and we looked for them. Victoria continued the tradition with her own children when she became queen. In a later letter from 1843, she wrote that her husband, Prince Albert, hid some colored Easter eggs in the moss for the children, adding, "It's not so many years ago that I used to enjoy hunting and finding Easter eggs." I love this. So it sounds like just fun holiday, Easter traditions and, a lot of fun stuff. I want us to celebrate Easter with them. That sounds like fun. How are you guys celebrating Easter? I know for us, it's all about the Gosling and of course, she's so excited to see what the Easter Bunny brought her and hunt eggs and eat too much candy. We typically have a ham and a whole bunch of side dishes and family around and just enjoy the day. I like Easter. I'm more of a winter person myself, so I typically get super excited about like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, but I enjoy Easter because for us it's a more laid back holiday. We don't really get dressed up in our house and just kind of enjoy the Gosling, right? And just kind of the grandparents kind of spoil her rotten and bring her Easter treats and, as it should be. So she enjoys all the attention very much. But she usually ends up with, I don't know, a bunny or something. Her favorite bunny, she actually got, it's one of her favorite things to snuggle at night is it's a stuffed bunny we actually got in London. We got it at Hamley's. We let her pick out one stuffy there and she picked a bunny and she loves it. And she named it Elizabeth, which I love so much. She knows I love Queen Elizabeth so much, and I try to teach the Gosling about all of this stuff as far as the history goes, and strong women and women, in a leadership position and stuff. I think it's great. So I teach her about it, and I was teaching her about Queen Elizabeth, and so her stuffy is named Elizabeth, and it's a bunny she got in London. So there's that. Hamleys. Oh my gosh, if you guys don't know about Hamleys, I know again my UK people will know, but Hamleys is it the oldest toy store in the world? I don't know. It's this incredible toy store. We went to. I don't know if it's all over. The one in London is so like big and amazing, and it's I think like 6 stories, something like that. It's incredible. What a cool place. I went from Easter to Hamleys, but oh man, just talking about this stuff really, really makes me want to go back. I miss it. I miss the UK and I miss Queen Elizabeth so much. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to get on and wish you all a very happy Easter. I appreciate you all so much. You're all so supportive of me and the channel and just have left me the kindest messages. And I just want you to know I'm so touched and I appreciate you all so much. I truly do. I hope you can relax and enjoy this holiday and some sunshine and some smiles and some family time and however you choose to celebrate it. Lots of candy, whatever it is, enjoy it. In case you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. She's visiting Wales. Happy anniversary, Catherine and William. I did put up a video about that earlier, so check that out if you didn't see it. But she's visiting Wales, and she met the cutest little kid, and hilarity ensues, and I have a video of it. So let's take a look at what happened.
That's the best shot of the day.
Seriously, how cute was that kid? He just decided he wanted Catherine's purse, and she's like, yeah, you can hold it. So, I mean, I just was blown away by how cute this video was. I love Catherine's reaction to it. I love that mother's reaction that she was like, oh my God, like holding on to that purse so that kid doesn't throw it, which I did read. He did throw it. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? But the mother has come on record. The little baby's name is Daniel. He's 1, and he grabbed Catherine's handbag. Of course, it's a mulberry bag he grabbed, and it's estimated to be worth about 695 pounds, but she was totally cool with it. She was so sweet about it and totally understood and said, yeah, you hold it. The mother of the baby has revealed that they nickname him Hurricane because he never stops and he's into everything. So cute. So while chatting, he took an interest in the purse and just kind of grabbed it for her, and she went with it. So he got to hold the purse. I did find out, the video cuts off, but I did find out that to appease the child at the end to get the purse back, she ended up giving him a flower or a rose or something and was able to get her purse back. But how cute is that baby? And what a good sport is Catherine. Here's the baby here with a very proud look on his face. P.S. I love this purse so much. I think it's so cute. It's just such a wholesome, sweet, funny moment, and I love that this is coming out, especially, again, it's William and Catherine's 12th anniversary. They're having a great time in Wales. People have had nothing but wonderful things to say about their visit. It's just, oh, it's so nice to see. I don't want to bring it around to the dark side, but you know, if a certain other someone, Meghan Markle, was in this situation, ooh, she would have been pissed. Yes, I have had a lot of requests from people to show her reactions to kids and animals because they always know the truth, right? And they don't seem to care for her very much. We're talking Catherine. That's right. She's my favorite. I love her so much. I never make a secret about that. So I thought, you know what? Let's spread a little sunshine, a little joy. Let's take a look at some of my favorite of Catherine's evening looks. And believe me, there are so many to choose from. So many beautiful choices, but I can't help myself. Let's dive in. I had lots of requests for this one, so I truly hope you enjoy it. I know your favorite may not make the list, so that's where I want you to jump in the comments and tell me if there's one that you feel like I missed. Without further ado, let's jump into these and take a look. All right, here's the thing. I know you're supposed to wait till the last to post your favorite, but I can't resist. Here we go. Here's my favorite. You guys, it's this one. It's this Jenny Packham, which, of course, Catherine wears a lot, and you'll see a lot of on this list. For this one in November of 2022 for a South African state dinner. I just want to look at all of it. Look at all the details. The white looks gorgeous on her. The cut of it is gorgeous on her with that sash. I mean, I got to find a new word for gorgeous, stunning, brilliant, beautiful. The yellow ribbon features a picture of Her Majesty the Queen. It's the Royal Family Order. She received it in 2017. The earrings belong to Diana. I mean, perfection. Here is the Jenny Packham sketch. I could not see the back of Catherine's dress, so I have no idea if it had this cutout detail, but my God, gorgeous. I'm just blown away, breathtaking. I may or may not have teared up when I saw it, but there's Diana's earrings, there's a beautiful clutch, and there's the Royal Order ribbon that I was talking to you about with Her Majesty the Queen with diamonds around it. Here she is on the car ride to the event. I mean, gorgeous. And then here she is at the event. I promise I'm not going to go in this depth with every photo, but it's just my favorite, all-time favorite look on Catherine. Okay, I lied. There's one more dress I have to spend some time on, and it's this one. You knew it was coming. It's the gold James Bond No Time to Die premiere dress. It's by Jenny Packham, and again, I guess it's the silhouette I'm drawn to. I'm not sure. She just looks like $1,000,000. She looks like $1,000,000,000,000. Look at her. The gold, the cut of it. I love the way it kind of all moves toward the center of the dress. And oh my God, she's a goddess. Look at this picture. She's so happy. I love it. The car ride. They did her makeup beautifully. I love this dress so much. So gorgeous. I mean, chills. Okay, since we're talking movie premieres, I have to show you this one. Look at this dress. Black with the white on top. She wore it for the Top Gun premiere. It's Roland Mouret dress, and this was May of 2022. I mean, my God. Incredible. I love this dress. I love the cut of the dress. Gorgeous. Okay, now I want to talk about her Cinderella moment. Literally, the color is Cinderella. It's ice blue, and it's an Alexander McQueen. She wore it to a state banquet in 2018. I mean, I love it. I love it so much. Look at this. I just think it's so beautiful on her, so flattering. I'm partial to blue, so I love the color. I'm totally drawn to it. What can I say? Gorgeous. In keeping with a very royal look at this one. I love it. It's Jenny Packham. She wore this in December 2022. She had a diplomatic corps reception. And I mean, what can I say? Look at this. Beautiful details. She wears it so beautifully. I love the makeup. I actually love the hair. It's like very big in this one. Like they whatever they put, all I can think of is the bump it, but they made her hair go big in this, and I kind of love the look. See the guy to her right? That's how I would be staring at her and smiling all night long. Hey, so we're going into green here. This is Jenny Packham. It's called the Wonder Gown, and I wonder why. So it was worn in March 2022 for her visit to Jamaica. Perfection. Look at this. The sparkly detail, the off the shoulder, the color. Gorgeous. I remember seeing this the first time when it was reported on, and I just couldn't even believe it. Absolutely gorgeous. So this one, it looks white, but it's actually a rose color. It's Swarovski crystals. It's Jenny Packham, called Rose Sequence. It's Pearlescen's Rose Sequence, apparently. Fun fact, she's actually worn this twice on red, or in this case, purple, carpets. She wore it in 2011 and in 2016. She actually does this quite a bit where she rewears things. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite rewears that she's done. So the left side, we have 2012, and on the right side, we have 2013. Kate wore a black lace gown by Temperley. It was at the Warhorse premiere, and then later at the screening of a David Attenborough documentary. I love this dress. I do. I love this color. I love the cut of this dress. This one is tulle Jenny Packham gown that she wore at a dinner at Kensington in 2013. And then a year later, she rewore it to the National Portrait Gallery Gala. Then, when researching this, I found out she also wore it to the St. Andrew's 600th anniversary dinner with the picture on the right in New York in December. There's that Jenny Packham again. I know I already showed it, but the reason I'm showing you again is because this is one of the ones she's worn on multiple occasions. This was actually the dress she wore on her first official engagement as a royal. So this is the shimmering Jenny Packham gown, and then she wore it for a gala dinner in Norfolk for Children's Hospice 5 years later. Okay, so this one, she wore a black lace gown by Diane von Furstenberg, and she wore it to the Royal Variety performance while pregnant with Princess Charlotte in 2014, and then she rewore the dress to a gala dinner while she was pregnant with Prince Louis. She is in a beautiful teal gown, again, Jenny Packham. This is for a gala dinner ahead of the London Olympic Games. And then that was in 2012. She rewore it at 2018 for the Tusk Awards. Okay, I say this about all of them, but I love this dress so much. This is a floral off-the-shoulder gown by Erdem. And she wore it on the left for the BAFTAs in 2017. And then she rewore it in 2019 for the National Portrait Gala. Who could forget this embroidered Alexander McQueen gown? She wore it in 2012. During a tour of Malaysia, and then she used the dress again in 2020, 8 years later, in keeping with the ceremony's sustainable dress code. All right, let's end this with a very fun note. So take a look at this one. This is by The Vampire's Wife, which is a great name, by the way. She wore this one in Belize for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Look at it. It's gorgeous. I love the sparkles. I love the detail. I love that the flowiness, the sparkliness of it all kind of takes center stage here. I just think the color really suits her, and it's just such a fun choice for Belize. Here it is up close so you can really get a view of that color. I just think the color really suits her. I love the earrings with it. Look, it's just dazzling. I could seriously make 50 videos like this. She's gorgeous in everything she wears, but I really wanted to put together her best gown looks. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure I've forgotten your favorite, so leave me comments below. Let me know if there was something I should have included. I just want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody who has taken the time to write me and say, hey, Jen, did you listen to the good, the bad, and the rugby? I'm here to tell you, yes, I did. And I enjoyed it so much, I listened again. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I just want to bring it to your attention. And again, a huge thank you to everybody who brought it to my attention. This podcast. And I do want to let you know you can listen to it wherever you download your podcast from, but you can also find it here on YouTube. So if you're like, Jen, what is this? Let me tell you. The Good, the Bad, and the Rugby had on the Prince and Princess of Wales, as well as the Princess Royal, Princess Anne. And I enjoyed the heck out of this show. I have a few little clips that I'm going to play here, but I really want you to go and watch or listen to it. And I think you'll enjoy it too. I'm personally am not a sports person as far as I don't watch any team sports. It's just not my thing personally, but I still got, even though this is mostly sports-based, I still got such a kick out of this interview. I listened to it first, just on my podcast app, but then I had to go back and watch it on YouTube. And if you have the chance to do that, that's how I would suggest taking it in, because then you get to see everybody's expressions, body language, all that stuff, and just really enjoy it. But again, The Good, the Bad, and the Rugby. It's hosted by Alex Payne, James Haskell, and Mike Tyndall. Now, we know who he is because he's married to Zara. Zara, of course, being the Princess Royal's daughter. So she is cousin to Prince William, but also godmother to little Prince George. But in this episode, Mike, Alex, and James got to sit down with, again, the Prince and Princess of Wales, as well as the Princess Royal, and talk to them about the importance of sport. So I'm going to play a couple of clips, and then we'll continue to talk about this. So I'm going to talk over this part because they're playing very loud music I can't play for you, but it's very funny. So don't skip the beginning part because they rib Mike for... they're like, we don't know how we got this interview. And of course, it's because of him that they're able to get the interview. And then they make jokes about trying on crowns and things.
The Prince and Princess of Wales and the Princess Royal, thank you so much for joining us on The Good, the Bad, and the Rugby. It's very, very nice to see you. I hope you've summered well. I hope you're excited about all things Rugby World Cup. James and Mike are alongside. We always have to, it's a bit like Ant and Dec. We have to position ourselves as the good, the bad, and the rugby. And I know how much planning has gone in. So have we got the good, the bad, and the rugby, or is it the good, the bad, and the rugby? Either way, you're not winning. We can
I'm
appoint
just older.
Yeah, no, but perhaps the deepest love of the sport as well. Would that be fair?
So again, I'm encouraging you to go to watch it. So I'm not going to play all this, but the introductions are great. It's very cool to see the personalities. It's fun to see... Again, Princess Anne with William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. And we get to learn a little bit more about Catherine. You know, I'm such a fan of hers and her competitive nature.
How competitive are both of you? Because Mike, I'm not going to lie, I don't want to really say, but he has made out both of you are super, super competitive. A bit like Monica and Chandler
I'm really
from Friends.
not that competitive. I don't know where this is coming from.
If you guys play table tennis, it will go on for hours and hours, and it'll be like double or quits. Is it like that?
I don't think we've actually managed to finish a game of tennis.
No.
The two of us.
Is there a reason
really?
for that?
The rackets are all broken.
Is that McEnroe style
It
endings?
becomes a mental challenge
Really?
between the two of us.
Yeah, it's who can out mental
Really?
each other. Oh yeah.
And how much of this it goes to the kids? Are they showing signs of this competitive? I know
Just a little bit, I would
What I think is
suggest.
really interesting is that they are all obviously very different temperaments. And as they're growing and trying out different sports, and it's going to be really, they're obviously still really young, it's going to be interesting to see how that grows and develops.
And what
about yours?
I'm going to stay well away from mine. Mine's well documented on this podcast. What were Pete and Zara like?
Peter was dreadful in terms of losing, and that we had one or two discussions. He was really quite small.
I would say that my wife and I have that competitiveness about anything. If we play tennis or she would always want to beat me. She always talks about a sprinting career. Sorry if she watches this.
Zara's sprinting career?
Yeah.
That was quite short.
Hurdles.
Was it?
Yeah, she was very good.
Hurdles?
Yeah, she was very good.
I'm going to stop it here because there's so much more to this. And again, I want you to actually go watch the video. And again, a huge thank you to everybody who pointed me toward this. I really enjoyed this. I did. Again, even if you're not into sports, it gives an interesting glimpse behind the scenes. You get to see more of William and Catherine and the way that they interact with each other, more of the Princess Royal and behind the scenes there, even Zara and Mike's relationship. And I'm here for all of it. So definitely check it out. I learned an interesting fact about Catherine. She likes to... Sounds like we've seen the pictures that she's super sporty, of course, but one of her favorite activities she talks about, she loves to swim in very cold water. And I find that so interesting. I actually just watched a documentary about swimming in cold water and how some people just find it extra invigorating and it speaks to them. To me, it just makes me cold to think about. But she said she really enjoys swimming in cold water, and I find that fascinating. I also love that Mike was teasing her about her competitiveness, and they go into, apparently they have played beer pong, and I don't know why that strikes me so funny, but it does. And that apparently Catherine gets competitive during that. I love that. I want to go play beer pong with her. That sounds like so much fun. So again, a huge thank you to everybody who showed me the existence of this. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and highly recommend that if you have any interest in seeing them, just kind of have fun and but also talk about the importance of sport. Definitely check out this episode. It's available if you want to see the video here on YouTube. Just search The Good, the Bad, and the Rugby, and you'll find it, or you can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. We're taking a look at Catherine. That's right. Let's take a look at my ray of sunshine. Let's have a nice palette cleanser. So many requests for another Catherine video. You got it. Today, I thought we could look at her beautiful casual style. You know, I'm such a fan, and I mean, she nails it. She always looks polished and elegant, even when she's dressed down and, you know, on mom duty that day. She just looks so beautiful. So I just thought we could take a look at some of her best moments, and you can let me know in the comments if I missed one or if there's a look you like the best. So without further ado, and in no particular order, let's take a look at this. Okay, let's start here. I love this look so much. She's often seen in these boots, which we'll get to the boots because I found the details because I love these boots. But she looks so beautiful. This is the sweater, the same sweater I believe she wore in that CBeebies bedtime story. So she often is re-wearing things. I love the fit of what she wears. she looks beautiful. Look at this. I could only dream of going hiking looking like that. But the boots are 475 pounds by Penelope Chilvers, in case you want to pick up a pair or pick me up a pair. You can see here, she rewears these quite a bit, but they're beautiful. I love them. The jacket she wore is 189 pounds. I love that. I love that when dressing down, and sometimes even when dressing up, she is aware of prices of things and affordability and re-wearing things and sustainability, you know, things like that. It's not just a one-hit wonder. And again, I love that. I think the key with her is she always looks polished and everything is so well fit and everything is neat. And again, I'm not trying to bring up Meghan, but I can't help it. It's just the complete opposite. Everything with Meghan seems to be about price tag and over the top and not the correct fit and just not something you would wear again. So it's kind of a breath of fresh to experience something like this, where it's just an outfit you might actually be able to find in your closet. I also, when researching this, came across this jacket that I love. Far away, you can't really see the detail, but up close, you can tell it's navy and marigold. It's 98 pounds. It's by Barber. I hope I'm saying that right, but I love it. Look how I mean, it just fits her so perfectly. And I love that, again, it's something that any of us could have in our closets. It's attainable. It's not $4,000 for no reason. And again, more pictures of her in the boots and the perfectly fit pants and then the tailored jackets. I just think it really suits her for a more casual look. We have this look here. I mean, I could never in jeans like that. My God, she looks great. I couldn't talk casual Kate without showing this picture. It's one of my favorites of her. And it's just, I think it's because it just seems like a natural, she just seems so genuinely happy here. And I love that she's into photography and she photographs her kids on their birthdays. And I love knowing behind the scenes details like that. And this picture she just seems so genuinely happy. It makes me happy seeing it. Here we have a beautiful pop of color. She looks so nice in the fuchsia. This is when she joined an 8th year science class, and she's wearing a Hobbs coat and Hobbs jumper, as you call them, but turtleneck, and she just looks gorgeous. I love it. Again, to me, it's all about the fit, the tailoring, the lack of messy. She just looks really well put together here, and I do love this look so much. And speaking of color, I want to get into some of her colorful looks. So here she is baking with her children. And look, I think it's these candid shots I love so much. So happy just baking with her children, just a normal activity. And this beautiful gingham top and just the color looks great on her. I wish I could see more of the outfit, but just so cute. I love Princess Charlotte there. So cute. Here we have Catherine in 2020. She's wearing Marks & Spencer. Love the pink on her so much. Perfect for the park. She was at the park meeting with mothers to discuss how the virus had affected everybody. It was later in 2020. But looking gorgeous. Again, perfection in the park. It seems to be just perfectly fit to her and tailored and neat. And I could never wear anything white in a park, but she pulls it off. She looks great. Okay, now I thought we could move into some of her casual dresses that I love so much. This one is an Amelia Wickstead dress, and she wore it in July 2022 to a charity polo match. I love the piping detail on it. The dress itself actually came with a belt, which she forgoed, and I don't blame her. I just think it looks spectacular on her. Again, the fit is everything. Only she could wear a white to a polo match and not get it completely messed up, but gorgeous. She wore this dress as part of her Caribbean tour in 2022. This is in Belize. This is a Tory Burch dress. And oh, look at the colors. I don't think you could find a more perfect dress for the occasion. I love it. I love the cut of it. I love the length of it. Perfection. Sticking with the colorful theme, she wore this beautiful Michael Kors dress in 2019 for Princess Charlotte's first day of school. And we saw her in this beautiful dress, just not a silhouette we've seen her in a lot. Looks gorgeous. It's 2017. It was Alexander McQueen dress that she wore for a garden party in Berlin to celebrate the Queen's birthday. When I was compiling this list of my favorite casual outfits, I came across a few of them. There were less than $100. So I thought, let's take a look at those and see what we can afford. I love this one so much. This is a beautiful purple sweater that she wore. It was Warehouse and it was $69. Beautiful. She wore it to visit the Natural History Museum in October 2019. This is a $55 red Zara dress she wore in 2020 when visiting a children's center. $55. I mean, it's gorgeous. She knows the right materials to wear. They perfectly fit her. She just doesn't put a foot wrong. Here we see her visiting a farm in rural England, and she's wearing these, I love these pants. If you look closely, they're actually textured around the knees. They're Zara pants. They're $50, but again, paired up with those boots that she loves so much. Okay, so now we have William and Catherine visiting New Zealand. Here she has paired a casual look with a boyfriend top from The Gap. Here she is having fun, having ridden the slide down. She's wearing a $90 blazer from Zara on her royal tour of Denmark in 2022. And I thought finally we could take a look at some of her best jeans looks. So here she is off duty, having fun, being a mom. Love this look so much. I'm obsessed with those boots and the jacket. Again, she looks gorgeous. So on the left, she was dressing it up a little bit more with a blazer. And on the right, it was a hike that she and William had taken. So it's more of an adventurous look. Sometimes you can find her in colored denim. I love those blue pants so much. And then here's another color. And then finally, here she is, casual, hanging out with the kids. I love it so much. Such a great picture, you guys. I mean, right? She can wear anything and look gorgeous. But these were some of my personal favorites. Definitely leave me comments. Let me know yours. I'm bringing you a ray of sunshine. Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her love of sport and how she believes that physical health complements mental health. She also talks about how important child's early development is and encouraging active play and exploration. And it just all ties in together with her love of sport. So I love that about her. I love seeing her compete. I love seeing her compete against William. I find this so funny when we get to see them compete and be competitive. I thought we could look at some of the pictures and talk about some of her sporty patronages and just get into all of it. Okay, let's talk about some of her patronages. So, of course, we know Catherine is over the All England Lawn and Tennis and Croquet Club. But did you also know she's Royal Patron of Sports Aid? So that one I wasn't as familiar with. So I looked into it, and Sports Aid, it seems like a cool organization. It's a charity supporting talented young athletes to achieve their ambitions in sports and life. So it supports over 1,000 athletes each year, most of them aged between 12 and 18, and it provides them a financial award to help towards training and competition costs. It's meant to be a motivational boost, and it gives them recognition and gives them a little network of support. And I just think that is so cool. I actually didn't know about that. I think that seems like a really cool organization. So she's also patron over the 1851 Trust. So that has to do with linking science and sports. And it's geared specifically at young people. So again, a theme that we see so much with her, encouraging young people, encouraging sports, and giving them opportunities. I just think that's so amazing and just makes me love her all the more. You look up Catherine and you search her royal patronages. It actually says under there, the Princess of Wales is a patron of a number of organizations which have a close connection with her specific charitable interests and where she feels her support can make a difference. These broadly reflect her desire to help the most vulnerable children, young people, and their families, as well as to promote opportunities through sport, the outdoors, and showcasing national institutions which reflect her love of visual arts. Could you think of a better description for all we know of Catherine? Okay, so I couldn't talk about Catherine without going into her love of tennis. As we know, she's good friends with Roger Federer. Like I say, she's the royal patron for the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club. She took over the patronage from Queen Elizabeth in 2016, but even before that, she was a regular at Wimbledon. We saw her love of tennis, which was encouraged by her mother when she was at school. Now you can see her take her kids to go watch tennis. So now we know the history. Let's take a look at some fun pictures of her being sporty, playing tennis. She's oftentimes, again, with her charity work, playing tennis with some kids. Okay, I could spend about 10 hours talking about this look. I think she looks so beautiful. I love this look so much. Now, this is when she visited the National Tennis Center. She went to meet Emma Raducanu. I hope I'm saying that right. Emma made headlines because she became the first British woman to win a Grand Slam in 44 years at just 18 years old. And here's another fun, sporty picture of her just having fun and not taking herself too seriously on the court. Here she is wearing her tennis whites, taking on Roger Federer. This is something that they paired up to do. They were highlighting the work of Wimbledon's ball boys and ball girls. She and Roger did training exercises to learn how the ball boys and girls of Wimbledon prepare for their roles. So even here, she was not decked out in crazy expensive things. Her earrings were 17 pounds, looking beautiful and trimmed in Wimbledon's colors. One of the things that I absolutely loved on the Good, the Bad, and the Rugby podcast is when Catherine started to talk about how she and William are competitive with each other and that their kids are also competitive and that she and William can no longer play tennis together because they never finish a game because they get into these mental contests is what she's explaining. But it sounds like they do share a love of tennis. It's just that they get competitive with each other. And I love knowing details like that. All right, last few very cute pictures of Catherine playing tennis. We see her oftentimes, again, with her charity work, playing tennis with kids. Some of my favorite pictures. I love how she is with them. I love that she gets down on their level and really talks to them, and it's just so cute and fun to watch. All right, let's move on to sailing. So some of my favorite pictures, I say that about all of them, but I love the pictures of Catherine when she's sailing. She, again, takes it very seriously. She gets competitive, very sporty. That's where she can let her core strength shine. Now, when I was putting together this video, I learned a fun fact that I didn't realize, and that is before heading off to St. Andrews, which of course is where she met Prince William, she worked on yachts. She helped with Challenger yachts for 4 months. The boats were hired out by businesses eager to treat their clients to luxury hospitality and afternoon racing, and she helped. That's how she earned extra money before she headed off to school. So when I was talking about her charity work, I told you about the 1851 Trust. She became royal patron of it in 2014, and that's a lot of times why you see her in these sailing roles, these sailing competitions, sometimes competing with William. The 1851 Trust inspires and engages a new generation into the sport of sailing. It provides them with the skills and the training and that sort of thing. And so that's why she tries to bring awareness to this and, again, shows off her love of sailing as well. You can sometimes see her wear a nautical look for her royal duties, but I love the sporty look. So she looks so happy and natural and relaxed and just like she'd be a lot of fun to go sailing with, right? So here she is in shorts for a sailing activity. And again, some of my favorite pictures of her and William being silly and competitive have to do around sporting or sailing events. We'll oftentimes see them on separate boats racing each other. He likes to rib her when he beats her. We even have this very cute picture of Prince George in a captain's hat. All right, now let's talk rugby, a sport I literally know nothing about, but I love the pictures. Look how fun and sporty she's being here. Okay, so Prince Doofus, he who shall not be named, had previously been the patron of Rugby Football Union. So when he stepped down, it's too hard. Anyway, when he stepped down, apparently Queen Elizabeth gave the role to Catherine. So he stepped down in 2020. The role was given to Catherine by Queen Elizabeth in 2022. So ever since then, we've seen her out on the field having fun. She's been to France for the Rugby World Cup in 2023. Gotten pictures like this, which I absolutely love. I love when she's cracking up and they catch it on camera. So the other fun fact I didn't realize until I was putting together this video is that the Prince and Princess of Wales have had a rugby rivalry for some time. So, of course, Catherine is patron of the union and league that governs the game in England, but William has been patron of the Welsh Rugby Union since 2016. And then Catherine has been on record to say that Prince Louis is absolutely mad about rugby. Okay, now we need to talk about the hiking. I absolutely love... So my favorite looks on Catherine, besides her evening gowns, I love when she goes for the sporty hiking look. This one was called Peter Pan Chic, which I kind of love. This is when they hiked, 3 hours in Bhutan and barely broke a sweat. Just looking radiant. It's not even fair. But she's on record for having love hikes. We often see her, again, dressing like this and going on hikes and looking gorgeous. Some of my favorite looks, personally. I absolutely love her outdoorsy style. There's a pair of boots, I believe it's the one featured here, that we've seen her wear for 10 years in pictures. We even got to see her rappel down rocks during a particularly adventurous hike. Okay, enough facts. Let's just talk. I've said it before. I have a whole video on, I think, her more casual looks. And to me, this is it. I love it. I love this look. I think she looks so beautiful when she goes into her natural sportiness. And again, the hiking boots, the jackets, I'm obsessed with the UK, and so this completely does it for me. I think she looks gorgeous. Well, guys, I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Sending love and health and well wishes to Catherine, Princess of Wales, as well as King Charles, and I hope you have the most wonderful day. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. I appreciate that so much. I hope you just enjoy your family time, enjoy your pet time, however you choose to celebrate the day. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for everything. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Take care. Bye-bye.